Hey guys, so an e-commerce store owner just asked me, about email marketing and what email marketing is. And, they didn't know anything about it. And as an e-commerce store owner, brands tend to, only focus on paid ads and, on the production side, on the supply side, and make sure they have to make sure that the, products are delivered on the right time. And they are just, cycling between these tasks and they don't know anything about email marketing. So I thought to just make this video. And what email marketing basically is that since you are acquiring the customers and through paid ads, there has to be a way on the website to convert those subscribers and to convert those visitors into subscribers. And when they do convert into subscribers, we tend to uh, create like email campaigns and automation. So we try to have increased the customer lifetime value of each of your visitor. So this is like a quick presentation related to email marketing. So the first thing is website visitor. You run paid ads and somebody comes to the website, and then we have like email pop-up form on the website. And it could be a pop-up form, it could be a flyout that comes out of the right side or left side. And in any way, there's like clearly mentioned that you subscribe to our email newsletter. And what we do is we send them a 10% or 20% discount code uh, as well. So we have like this incentive on the pop-up form for them to subscribe to us. So this is important because we do this. Even you will say, okay, I just spend on paid ads to make a for a visitor, and now I have to give them another discount. So this is important because we try to get as many people to subscribe as possible, because once we have the email, now nobody can stop us from emailing them. There is no algorithm. We can easily email them directly, and we know that that email will land in the inbox, and they will receive the email. So the probability of them buying or being interested with our brand is very high. And then we send not like helpful messages, we send email campaigns every single week. And then customer sales comes through, and a percentage of those subscribers do purchase from us, and we try to build a loyal people in our emails. And the shocking truth is 99% of people check email daily even now, because email is a main factor in business sector as well. And customers do know that they will receive a good incentive via email, so they do check email. Many people, majority of the people do check emails still. And uh, the ROI of email is actually $36-40, which is uh, much better than Facebook ads or any other paid ads. So you can see here of the meta ads, the return is like $3 to $5, 3 to X return, 3 to 5X return, versus email like 36 to 40X return. And 10x more engagement via social media. The reason for that is on social media, they can just scroll an email and they will receive lots of other contents. But on email, it's likely that it's your email and you have designed it and they have received in the inbox. So it's very much more personal than social. And these three steps, you can see there's like the website visitor comes in, the pop-up form appears, and they sign up. Now the journey starts, and the journey is basically that whenever somebody signs up, we send them a welcome series to welcome them to our brand. So this is I can show you. Yeah, here I can show you the whole sequence as well. So whenever somebody subscribes, we have like this split, because a customer can also subscribe, because it may happen is a person comes in and they purchase first, and after a few days or even few months, they come back to the site, they see the sign up form and they subscribe then. So we don't send the incentive like 10% off to the customers. And we have this mentioned on the pop-up form as well, that this discount is also only for time. So expect this means that people who have never who have never purchased from us, so we give them obviously the discount code. And this is how the sequence look. The second email is the best sellers, and this is the brand again. The next email is brand story email. So there's like the delay of 2 days between each email. And the next is testimonials and reviews. And the next is what makes us difference. And then next there's like educational email related to a brand. So the customers see, okay, they send educational emails as well. They try to educate the product about the risk. It's like only and there's a email uh, where you just would make sense when you have done your customer research and you understand your customers. And then lastly we send them two more emails about the discount code if they haven't purchased, if they still haven't purchased. So whenever somebody purchases and they are going through this email, they will be automatically excluded from this automation, which is welcome automation. So as you can see here, all these emails are basically meant to introduce a brand them in the best way possible, because email is welcome one, the simple email with the incent or without the incentive for customers. And then we mentioned our best sellers, so it's likely that they will respond to that, because uh, uh, for the best sellers as well we may have many testimonials and we will show the testimonials as well. And then there's like brand story, and then we have like a separate email of testimonials and reviews. And then we try to differentiate us from the competitors. So there's like what makes it different email as well. So it's like the whole welcome flow where we are properly introducing ourselves to them. So this is how the welcome is the step three. Was like the three-step process that we were going through. The first is collect emails. The second is we send them a welcome series. Now there's an ongoing relationship. When we send them like uh, weekly emails, even if there's like three things mentioned here: new products. Either we send them like if we launch any new products, or we send them any sales tips, oh sorry, any sales emails, buy from us, or we show them the best sellers again. And then other is we can send them some tips and tricks, but there are much more categories of emails that we can send. And we send usually once or twice per week email campaigns. And it could be we send them some educational emails, and unique type emails. We introduce something related to our brand to the customers. We send them something related to social. We send them something, a challenging email, that we start a challenge that if you do this, then we will give you this sort of incentive, something like that. There are lots of content ideas that we can do, and so that we are able to send like once or twice per week. Sending twice per week is a way to increase your sales and make sure that you stay relevant for the customer or subscriber. And then email flows showcase. This is like the email flows. Uh this lands here as well. So I can just show you. There's like the welcome flow, and then we have like all these automations here. The other automation is basically best campaign automation. The best campaign automation is if somebody doesn't subscribe to our email list, they go to the welcome series, but they still haven't purchased. Then we send them a best campaign series. Then we send them a site abandonment series. Site abandonment series basically whenever somebody comes to and they abandon the site, they browse abandon the site, they go they close the site. Then we send them this email introducing, hey, as well, we try to introduce our brand. We because they may not even know our brand, that's why they abandon us. And then we show them the best sellers in this campaign as well. And the next automation is basically browse abandonment. If somebody comes to our site and browses the product, and they leave the site without purchasing, so we then the browse abandonment email. There are all these scripts as well to make sure we are personalizing the emails to the best way possible. I won't be going through each of the automation, because you can see a playlist separately about each automation, so you can go through that. But I'm quickly going through all the automations that we have. uh, that this is the best industry standard, and eight-figure e-commerce brands use these automations. The next is abandoned cart. Abandoned cart is basically whenever somebody subscribe to whenever somebody comes to the site, abandons the cart, they add a product to the cart, or they when go to the checkout and they don't complete the payment, they don't purchase the product, they just leave it there. That's why we send the abandoned cart email. And then the next is like a post purchase. If somebody does purchase, then we send the post purchase email. We try to have like educational email in there as well, that you purchase this product, this is the best way to use it. And then we also have referral email in here, and upsell and cross sell. We do upsell and cross sell in the post purchase one. The next is the review request. We try to have as many reviews as possible, of course. So we send a review request email that if you rev- you should we just treat people that review our product here. And then the next is replenishment flow. Basically, if it makes sense for your brand, you can set up the replenishment flow as well. It is a main driver of the revenue. And then the next is like win back. If somebody hasn't purchased from us for the last, let's say, 60 or 90 days, then send them an email again. uh, then there's sunset. Sunset is basically when somebody hasn't engaged with us for 90 or 180 days. Then we send them series of email that you haven't engaged with us, what could be the reason and all that. And if they don't engage with Sunset Pro, then we unsubscribe them, so they won't be receiving any emails from us. And it is important to clean the list as well. So this like automatically cleans your list. And the next, yeah, if somebody has ordered, let's say, 3 or 5 or more than 5 times, then we try to have engage them as well. We try to give them an incentive if we can. And then the other non-engages 90 days is not so important. The other is refunded and cancellation flow as well. If somebody refunds your order, then we just send them a refund email saying, okay, we are sorry, and we apologize for the inconvenience. Here's like incentive. If you his incentive as in a discount or a gift card, where if you want us uh, if you want to try our product again, then please do so. And there is again a cancellation flow, where if somebody cancels an order, we send them an incentive as well and apologize for the inconvenience. And if you have like an email sign up pop up, but you don't have the SMS pop up, so you can set up a automation as well, which sends where you just send an email to your email subscribers saying, please do subscribe to our SMS as well. If you do subscribe, then we will give you incentive. So this is how all the automations look. These are more than 12 automations here. And I will attach this dog as well here in the description. When form will you be using? We use, like, there are many platforms, but you can either use Klaviyo or Omnisend, the two industry standards. You can use, like, there's a lot more as well. But Klaviyo is known to be the market leader, and Omnisend is a lot more convenient, as in the pricing is lower and the customer much, and the software is seamless as well. So we use both of these. You can use any other as well if you like, because the platform uh, does not matter that much, but you cannot go wrong with these two. So if you go which pros of these, Clave is a little bit pricey, but it has like advanced AI and predictive analytics, and the most features. Klaviyo has the most features, and it integrates with the most software. So if you want like a lot of integrations, and you think that you would be integrating a lot of software in the future, you can use Klaviyo. And it has like sophisticated price grade and detailed revenue attribution, best for large store advanced users. Yeah, yeah, if you have large store, of course pricing would be higher as well. The higher the number of subscribers do you have, the more will be the pricing. When it comes to the Omniscience Pros, you can go through that 24/7. It has customer service, and I have experience with their customer service. It is top notch, and it has like user friendly interface, and it seems a little snappy as well. Omniscient, and all features are on free plan, and it has like SMS and email integration, and it is best for small medium sized businesses. But if even if you are medium or large size business, you can use Omniscient as well. And then you can say, okay, the value winner is Omniscient here. And on a monthly basis, what you can expect is that email will generate 25 to 30% of your monthly revenue. It can go as much as 40% as well. But the thing is that you have to understand a concept of attributed revenue as well. You might be obviously be aware of it. So when you integrate Klaviyo or Omnisend, and you start to send emails, then what might happen is that they will take credit for the emails, for the sales. So you have to know that whether this is actually true or not. So the better way to do it is just you use like Google Analytics or software like Trustpilot, where you have everything set up there, and you can easily see which platform generated revenue for you, and how much is each platform generating for you, how much is paid ad generating, organic is generating, and versus email is generating. So you can see that as well. So the goal would be that email actually generates you and increases your overall total revenue. Let's say if you are already generating $10,000 per month, or let's say $50,000 per month, and that doesn't mean that when you integrate the software and it's on Klaviyo Omnisend dashboard, it says at the end of the month and that it generated you $25,000, but you see the total revenue of your store, it's still 50,000. Then that means email didn't do anything. It is just taking credit for it. And you can have the attributed revenue setup as well, attributed settings. And Omnisend or Klaviyo, it could be opened or clicked, or it could be that how long will it take for the attributed revenue to come in. It is usually 5 or 7 days. You can do it 5 or even less than 5. So that would make sense. uh, but your goal should be to see if the total revenue is increasing. And now, uh, people, there are some myths as well. Some people say, okay, people hate emails, so I'm not going to send any emails. But that's absolutely not true. People hate wrong emails, when you just spamming them, or just sending promotional emails all the time, and you're sending too many emails, let's say twice or thrice per day. uh, you know but when you are sending valuable emails, and in emails you can also design them very beautifully as well, and have helpful content, and send, like I've said, engaging emails. You can send educational emails. You can have contests and giveaways, so people will be excited to receive your email and open it. Because when the open rates, which are not reliable at the moment, but what open rates determine two things. First is that subject line. Okay, if the subject line was good enough, then you will have more open rates. But the other is the brand itself. If I see an email from Nike, then it's more likely that I just open the email, even though the subject line, I don't like the subject line or whatever. But because the Nike is a big brand, it has invested so much in its branding, and I trust the brand now, and so I will open its email. So if your brand, even though it's a small brand, doesn't have to be big, but small or medium size, but still, if you have a good brand, and you are providing value and your products are good, then yeah, then some people, and then your subscribers will be happy to open your emails as well. And then the reality is, email generates more sales. The more emails that you will send, the more revenue it will generate. And it's not going anywhere. Some people say that emails will be the email will be ended in a few years. There will be no one opening emails or anything like that, but that's not true. Email is like a very separate platform, and it will always be there. Social media is always fluctuating. Some a new like TikTok came, and the people went to TikTok and left some other platforms like Instagram. So these things happen, but email has to be there, because it's also personal, it's also professional. Everybody uses it. So yeah, do invest in email marketing. And if you need any help, if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section, or reach me out on anywhere, LinkedIn, email, anywhere. Thank you. Bye bye.